The new moon is considered by many cultures to be an auspicious time. It is a signal of new beginnings. It is a time to plant fresh seeds and manifest new visions. We can understand the moon's many cycles, all the different faces she wears in her ritual dance to represent our own lives. We change and morph as we age, so much so a photo from a few years ago can feel like that of a stranger. Yet we too are creatures of habit. We all have our cyclical nature. Likewise, when the moon disappears into the indigo sky, when she is dead and gone, she always grows back again. She repeats her cycles of creation and destruction, birth, life, death, and rebirth, and so do we. Spanning all throughout human existence, we've had our interpretations of the moon. In most cultures, our moon is represented as a woman. In ones, the moon is a man. Almost always the sun is a woman, implying some kind of duality between male and female, sun and moon. In the West African Fawn and Oud people's mythology, the sun god Lysa and the moon goddess Mawu are said to be married, but separated from each other in the celestial realm. They can only meet to make love on the eclipse. In Japanese tradition, the moon is a deity named Tsukuyomi no Mikoto, who can read the future. So little is known of this deity, its gender is disputed. In Greco-Roman mythology, the moon goddess was named Selene. She is passionate and took many lovers. Because of her, the moon was associated with desire. To the Blackfoot people of Montana, the moon was a goddess named Kokomiki-Sum, the wife of the sun and mother to the stars. But the moon hasn't always just been revered to us, it has been feared. To the Maori, the moon was called man-eater. The Aztecs thought the moon flew through the sky at night looking for people to consume. Tartars believed the moon to be the queen of both life and death. But should you fear the moon? The full moon is said to cause hysteria and strange and erratic behavior in humans. The Latin word lunaticus, which means moonstruck, is from where we derive the English word lunacy. Priests in medieval times would only study the full moon in reflections, thinking they would go mad if they looked at it directly. During these same times, people would refuse to sleep where they could be touched by moonbeams, fearing demonic contact in their dreams. In Wicca, though, the full moon is celebrated. It is seen as a good time for divination and scrying. It is also associated with the Celtic goddess Caradwen, who represents transformation and rebirth and is the holder of the cauldron of knowledge. It has been studied and scientifically proven the full moon influences behavior of people suffering from mood disorders. Psychiatrist Thomas Weir found during a study of his patients diagnosed with rapid cycling bipolar disorder, their cycling from mania to depression, or vice versa, would almost always switch in 14.8 days. The moon takes 14.8 days to transition from new to full again. The patient's mood cycles were consistently matching up with the durations of the lunar cycle. The only time their cycle between depression and mania was broken, according to Weir, was during the supermoon, when the patient's manic depression would become unpredictable and untethered to a pattern again. In our world, the moon usually only shows herself to the beings of Earth in the night. With no sun and the world enveloped in darkness, we humans sleep. Our only light in the dark and our only companion in the dreaming is the moon. Sleep is peaceful. It is a time we break from linear thinking and the hectic nature of the waking world. But it is also as close as we can come to death and what comes after. Our only companion on this dreaming journey is our friend the moon. But who is she really?